What is up, guys? Danny Gets Fit here today with Shamlo Faek from Faek Fitness.
What is going on, guys? It is an honor to be with somebody who is not only the king of transformations, but is somebody who leads by example and shares value by achieving his own goals.
This guy though. I try. Wouldn't call me the king. I have to give that crown to Obesity Beast.
Okay. Hey, second place isn't bad.
Yeah. Either way, guys, out here in Vancouver, spending the day visiting some family, and then spending today hanging out with him and his wonderful girlfriend, Leo. So we're just out here, and obviously, I know this guy's coming from a similar place to me, and most of you guys who follow me or subscribe have been. And so what I wanted to do is I just wanted to sit down and talk with Sham about his story, where he came from, why he got there, all the stuff that you guys want to hear, and maybe there's someone that he can connect with that is currently watching this video and can help you out. So that's the goal of this video. So I will kind of let Sham just kind of tell you just a brief little description about himself, and then we'll ask some questions after that. So it's just like, so you're from Vancouver?
So I'm from Vancouver, BC.
Yep. Which, if you don't know, is on the west coast in Canada.
West coast,
so you
guys.
Go to the map, you go to Canada, you go to west, and then there's a place down there.
That's me. Hey, it's a pretty big city. It's like
Yeah.
Toronto and Vancouver. That's all we really have in Canada anyway.
Yeah.
But so to make it very simple, I was obese at one point in my life in my early high school years. I was actually at 226 at 5'9" with absolutely zero muscle.
Yeah.
I was 100% uncomfortable in my own skin.
Yeah.
Over the course of my high school period, through basketball, through fitness, I got to a healthy body weight. And then I worked on building muscle, and progressively I worked into powerlifting, and I'm now blessed to be the strongest powerlifter in Canada under 19 years old, holding the national record deadlift,
incredible, man.
the national record squat, but not the bench press because we got no upper body gains, but we're trying.
Bench is my worst. Yeah, so guys, like, obviously, just, you know, you're saying
226, and then I went
226, like, that's the thing, is like, it's not as much of like a number as it is where you're at and how you look and how you feel.
Yes.
Like, someone can be 140 pounds and they can be skinny and they can still feel crappy in their body, and there's some sort of transformation that needs to take place, whether it be physical or emotional. It's going to change them and make them happier.
Yes.
And so I know there's a lot of people out there experiencing that, so I bet there's a bunch of people out there that connect with you that were at a similar weight.
I think that's the beautiful thing.
That could be at that weight right now and are just unhappy with themselves.
Yeah.
So let's get into like one, how did you get to like being that amount of weight? Like, were you always, when you were younger, were you always chubbier,
for me growing up, it was a constant struggle. Throughout my whole life, I was battling this simply because I was not disciplined in what I ate. I mean, that along with genetics in itself and just being truly unhappy from within reflected on my outer world, and that's exactly what happened to me. Through sports, through relationships, everything was slightly lacking, and it all led back to what I truly thought about myself. So it wasn't really about what I looked like, but I knew that affected everything in my life.
But like, how did you get to being?
Once I actually came to that self-realization, that self-awareness, it was a point where I actually went to the doctor. My dad forced me to go. I was not interested, but I went there, and he literally told me that if I were to stay on this path, that I would risk heart disease at the age of 30.
Yeah.
And that's when it hit me. That's when I had that spark, that growth, when I realized that this is only going to get worse if I do not actually change. And so when I did change, I simply the first thing I did is I went on bodybuilding.com. I searched up the first classic program. It was a 12-week program by Chris Gettin. And you know what, man?
It's actually the same thing.
The methods that I saw there, although they aren't exactly what I would do today, they helped me in a beautiful way because it completely changed my lifestyle, right?
For sure.
I mean, I'm sure you come from a similar place. You said you saw that same program.
No, I actually used the same. Chris Gethin's 12-week transformation program is what and you guys, you know, when I first started my channel, I did actually, log some of that program. And it did work well. The nutrition was a little bit old school.
Yeah.
And then I switched over to It Fits Your Macros, which I think what you do as well.
Yes, exactly. So after that initial kind of transformation, just the whole lifestyle change, I began to actually understand what it takes. And with that, through YouTube, through seeing people like you, Obesity Beast, just all these different people who have done it, I realized that there's a different approach, a smarter approach. So that's when I got into flexible dieting, and that's when I actually got my first six-pack. The first time in my life. I mean, sure, it's a very
throw up that six-pack
superficial goal, but it was something that I've always wanted. Yeah, man. Honestly, like, I'll throw it up right now.
What's your top deadlift?
So my top deadlift was at 163 pounds. I did a 496 deadlift.
496, which is four plates?
It is 5 plates, just over 5 plates.
5 plates.
Yeah. And that was at 18 years old, which was actually just earlier this year.
You guys are going to see from the vlog that we're going to put out, I made a PR of 3 plates today at 200.
And it was clean though. It was awesome, man. No worries. Hey.
No, but like, it's just, and it shows you too, like, the difference in training. Like,
definitely.
You train to lift weight.
So, to be honest, guys, the reason I was super excited about having Daniel come here and spend time with me was not only because he went through the transformation that I went through, and even to a larger and greater extent, it's because we share this platform called YouTube, guys. We share this place where we get to inspire you guys to pull through on your own goals, your own adventures, right?
And the reason, like, I met Sham through just through online, and then we ended up meeting because we live somewhat close to each other. I was in town at the expo, Vancouver Pro Show, and he like ran up. So you guys may have seen him before, and if you go to the Vancouver Pro Show Expo vlog that I did, he comes up in that one. And after that, we just stayed connected. I definitely wanted to get out here at some point, and then as soon as I got the new car, it gave me the opportunity to drive out here safely and reliably. So I did that. But the main thing with his channel, guys, is I don't just, go to anyone and say, here's a shout out. Like, I don't pass you guys along to anyone that I wouldn't watch myself, and I watch him and his girlfriend's videos almost every day or whatever they upload. His girlfriend's been doing every day for the past 100 days, and she's like 53 days in, and that link will be in the description below, so definitely go check that out. But the main thing with Sham and Leo's videos is Sham puts time and effort into his editing, and it's actually like fun and like exciting to watch. Like the different shots that he gets and the stuff that you do, I have no idea how you do it. It'd be cool to see like you do it editing for that kind of stuff. Maybe give me some tips on my editing game. But that was the main thing, is like, your content, your editing skills are
honestly, a quick little story actually that attests to that is a lot of this started, other than the whole fat loss transformation, a lot of this started because I approached somebody about a sponsorship after I became a strong powerlifter, and they immediately shut me down saying that I did not have sort of social media, social presence, right?
Marketing.
So right away, immediately, I started my grind, and literally throughout the process, instead of thinking about that sponsorship, I fucking fell in love with it, man.
Well, yeah, because if you're doing it for the sponsorship, you're not going to get anywhere.
Exactly.
So everyone's going to know, hey guys, putting this video out here, want that gym shark.
Alphalete, dear Alphalete, please sponsor me.
Right? Like, yeah, for you to like, that's the main thing with like how I got from being obese to where I was to where I'm at now. Is the main reason I stuck with it and I stayed motivated was because I fell in love with weightlifting. I fell in love with the gym. And to be optimal in the gym, the kitchen had to be in check.
One question I would actually have for you even is, because we talk about all this physical change and all this beauty and what we do and how we look now, how we feel now, but I know you can clearly say that the person you are today is a huge difference.
Yeah. Well, the main thing was I'm still the same person I was before. It's just you look at life differently. Like before, you're in a negative aspect. You're always kind of critical of things because you're not sure if that person is just trying to be nice to you out of pity because they think you're like a social outcast, whereas at the time I was, or if they're trying to be a genuine person. You always just had this wall up because you were just always that kind of kid that was behind. Like for me, I don't know if you can attest this, like I got picked on in elementary school, middle school, like that's what my life was. And my life was trying to make friends with as many people as I could to like fill the gap of being picked on by the other ones. So for me, it's like as soon as I was able to just like live without this huge structure in front of me and just be positive and look at life in like the most positive way I can. And of course, we're gonna still have our negative insecurities and issues with that, and that's normal for human beings. But the main thing is, guys, is like I said, finding the positive aspect of life, finding something that changes your mindset. Because like I live now, I go to work, I go to school. But like gym is a big part of my life, and it's something I look forward to. It's like a positive progression, and it fuels not only like it's not just going to the gym, or it's just not just posting Instagram for you guys. It's like I'm going in to better myself because I know that way I can better others. And when you're living for something that's positive, it's gonna change your aspect in life. It's not easy to explain just in like this happened and there you go. It's like you can't understand how your mind changes until you do it. but I can honestly say it's the best thing I've ever done in my life.
And the beauty of that is it truly gave you purpose in a sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like, I had no idea what I wanted to do before. So now it's like I want to motivate people. I want to be there for people. So coaching is the best way I can one-on-one be there for someone. So that's what I'm working towards as a career goal. Like, do you have...
For me personally, I mean, I use fitness as a tool.
You still a young baby.
Because I can truly, I'm only 18 years old, right? But I use fitness as a tool to dig deep because I know I have credit in that area. I know I've lived it.
Yep.
But honestly, at the end of the day, I would truly want to do something bigger than me in the sense that use fitness, use just life experience, use whatever I can to possibly just instill life and purpose into people the same way I was with fitness, right?
Yeah, so we have some...
You know how it is, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that's the main thing, guys, is we're both trying to get out there to as many people as we can and letting you know how it isn't just going to the gym, it isn't just, doing this fitness lifestyle. It's changing your life for the better, for the positive, and then in that aspect, it changes everything. And it's almost indescribable. But just to wrap up the video, guys, I just want to say how awesome it has been for Sham and Lael to let us come down here, stay with them, and just hang out. We went to the gym today, their local gym, killed it, and want to just really touch on the fact that if there's any guys local here in Vancouver, definitely go to the links below. You can find their Instagram, their Facebook, I don't know if you have Facebook.
Yes, Facebook.
You have Facebook?
Yes, I got it all, brother.
You can find Instagram, YouTube, down below. Go give them a follow, and if like you guys, I'm sure they'd be down to hit a workout with you guys.
I would be
or whatever you
blessed
want
to have you guys following the journey, but not just following it, being a part of it, because I will be a part of yours just as much by working out with you guys, following you guys back, whatever it may be. I want to follow this journey
We're all
with
in
you. This together. Show me your dance move.
Oh.
All right.
Show it to High School Musical. No, guys, yeah, go check them out. Go watch the stuff. Obviously, if you like their stuff, give them a subscribe, give them a follow. This is what it's about. It's finding other people with similar goals and similar aspects in life to you and sharing it with all your peeps.
Thanks a lot, brother. I appreciate it.
So, until next time, guys. Until next time. Stay swole, my friends. Stay swole.